Hello, my name is Rosanamod, and welcome to the rosanamod podcast. Want to modify your life? That is corny, but I'm going to keep it in there. This variety show brainstorms solutions for everyday challenges, unlocks your secret potential, think outside the box with creative ideas that improve your business and your life. Get inspired with special guests, get motivated with how-to projects for the whole family, and learn that life is too short for anything less than being happy. Laugh with me or at me, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to laugh. Welcome to the Rosanamod Variety Pod. This is your vessel and host, Rosanamod, aka Rosanamod, episode 78. And today, I'm going to give you Mom's special stuffed pasta shell recipe. Very simple. Now, if you've listened to previous episode of empanadas, how to make Mom's empanadas, this is going to use the exact same filling for the shells of the empanada. The only difference here is you don't have to add the hard-boiled eggs. Let me start by saying that there are different types of shells. There are different types of amounts of shells that go into the boxes. I noticed that Barilla, has less shells inside their box than Ronzoni. Ronzoni has 20 shells per box, and that's going to be 6 servings. So I would go with Ronzoni because you get more shells. And then there's regular and jumbo shells. The jumbo, I'm not sure how many are in there, probably about 14 or 15, and it's always going to be about 6 servings each box. I would stick with the smaller shells unless you like the bigger shells. It's up to you. So this is what you need. You need the shells. Doesn't matter what brand, but like I just told you. The seasonings, which are the garlic, the salt and pepper, onions, green onions. That's if you want, okay? Now the meat, ground beef, could be regular ground beef or could be ground turkey. I like to mix the ground turkey with the ground beef. Sometimes I just use turkey. And then you'll need 2 eggs per serving. So if you use one box, 20 shells in that box, and it makes 6 servings. If you have more than 6 people, then you know to make 2 boxes. You know to add 2 more eggs. And olive oil. Then you'll need 1 pound of meat, which makes 10 empanadas. 10 empanadas are about the same size of a shell. So 10 empanadas equals 10 shells. I would go with 2 pounds of meat if you want to make more. And you need Parmesan or Romano cheese, to sprinkle on top. Tomato sauce, whatever one you want. I make my own, but that's going to be another episode. Don't forget oregano. And mozzarella. Okay, mozzarella, you can buy the sprinkled one that's already shredded, or you could buy the one, that you have to cut yourself. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then you'll need a bowl, obviously, and something to put in the oven. The first thing you're going to do is you cook the pasta shells, but you don't overcook them, meaning you don't cook them based how long it states on the box. It says 20 minutes or 15 minutes to cook. Take out 5 minutes because you don't want to cook them all the way. What you want to do is keep them a little bit raw because they're going to go in the oven, you see? Because if you overcook the shells, what's going to happen is they're going to be too soft and they're going to break apart on you and you won't be able to open them. Once the shells are done, what you do is you put them on the tray that you're going to use for your oven. You can put some olive oil on the bottom and just place the shells side by side. And then you go to your onions, put your seasonings with your onions, the oregano, the garlic, the salt and the pepper. Fry that up. You can use regular white onions and mix it with green onions, or you could just use white onions or yellow onions. Dice them up, fry those up. When it's cooked and they're see-through, they're cooked. Then you're going to set them aside and then fry up your beef. And keep in mind that turkey beef, if you're just going to use turkey, it doesn't produce its own grease because there's hardly any fat in it. And if you use ground beef, it has grease in it. So adjust your olive oil accordingly. If you are going to fry the meat, you really don't need to put any base oil under it. Just let it cook on its own grease and then drain it. So when you're done with that, you're going to put it in a bowl, the meat and the onions together. You're going to mix that up with the seasonings and all that. And then you take 2 raw eggs or 4 raw eggs, depending on how many shells you're using. And you mix the raw eggs in with the meat and the onions together, 1 tablespoon per each serving, and fill the shells one after the other, nice and neat. And then you take your sauce, your tomato sauce, and you're going to pour that on top. Then you're going to get the mozzarella and you're going to put that on top of that like a pizza. And then you're going to put that into the oven. Now, some people put Parmesan and Romano on top of the mozzarella before it goes into the oven. I like to put that at the end. on the table. So some people might not like Parmigiano Romano. So it depends. So then you put that in the oven and you just leave it at 350 for about 20 minutes. I would say no more than 20 minutes for sure. Or until the cheese is melted. When you see that the cheese is melted, it's done. Because really the only thing that you're cooking here is the raw egg that's inside the shell. Everything else is cooked. So just keep that in mind. So 15-20 minutes, you're done. It's really fast. Take it out of the oven and serve with, really that's the main course. So you serve that with breadsticks or bread or whatever it is that you like. You can garnish it with some parsley if you want, or some green onions on top, which I like. The nice red wine, and how good is that? It's delicious. Invite me over for dinner. I'm waiting for you guys to cook me something and let me know how any of these recipes came out for you. I'm very curious. That's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. If you tried it and it came out delicious, your boyfriend proposed because you're such a great cook, then invite me to the wedding, let me know. Okay, so no updates. This weekend actually is going to be a very busy weekend for me. Tomorrow is my mother's birthday. She will be 86 years old, and I'm going to do a special shout out to her on Saturday's Spanglish. But today I just wanted to, let you guys know that that's what's going on. And I will have the Saturday Spanglish. And then on Sunday, I'm going to post the Amazon handmade products finally. And now that I have my P.O. box ready. So that's an exciting time. If you like the show and you want to continue supporting it, please do. There's links below the show notes. If you want to be a podcaster and you think that this is something you might want to do, or you click on Buzzsprout link below my show notes and let them take you through the steps. If you have any questions for me, I'll be more than happy to answer them as best I could. Follow me on Instagram at rosanamod. If you have any questions, like I said, I think that would be the best place to message me. But you can also try me on Facebook at rosanamod shop. And that's all I have for you today. Have a great rest of your week. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for listening. I love you guys. God bless you. And how do we end the show? How do we end it? Ciao.